So I always fish around the docks. I think might be a good crappie day. I don't know. Let's try a spinner. Spinners like are all inclusive. And see what we can get. Hi, Jade. Oh, oh, there we go. We got one. First one. First cast. There we go. Ah, bass. Nice little smallmouth. First smallmouth of the season right there, baby. First smallmouth. There you go. Spinners catch everything. Just remember, this is one of my spinners. One of mine. So that's the first one on one of my spinners. So yay for me. First cast, first fish. Maybe we'll catch some smallies today. Well, already got one. Problem about catching a fish on your first cast is set stage for great disappointment the rest of the day. Although it wasn't a big one, so really, really can't spoil our day yet. Well, if we catch a big one, okay, that'll spoil our day, I think. This is a great spinner. Spins at any speed you want it. Let's come over here. Should be some largemouth right here. Probably some trout too. Yeah, they just stocked this as a bunch of legals, so yeah, let your spinner sink for a few seconds. It feels like a lifetime, but let it sink. And then just reel it in as slow as it can possibly reel and maintain that spinner. And you'll feel it on the tip. The resistance. What is the water at? It takes a few minutes for my temperature gauge to really read accurately. It says 55 right now, but we'll see. Let it sink. There's vegetation in this particular marina. That was all rocks. That's why we caught a smallmouth. We'll go to the other side. We'll catch more smallmouths. Let it sink. Let it sink. This spinner spins on the drop too. Really good spinner. Thought we'd do some crappie fishing today, though, on the other side of the lake. I just have a hankering for crappie today. Well, the smallies are going to hit. You don't catch smallies. This is not the time to really troll for trout, these guys. They'd be better off with a water bobber. There's so many trout just realized that. But the water is warming up, so they're going to bring this around to the rocky side. See if we can catch some more smallies. This particular spinner is a rainbow, and it's got green, yellow, and red on the spinner blade. This one red balls. Morning, guys. What's that? Day before yesterday, 700 illegals. So really the brown trout should be coming up and hitting them. So if you got a large Rapala or a glide, troll that and you might get yourself a 25 incher or better. I'm shooting for smallmouth. Good morning to you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I already got one in the boat. Well, put it out of the boat. But we landed a smallmouth already. So let's see if we can get some more smallies on this side of the docks. These fishies down there, I'm seeing them on the fish finder. Looking like a pretty day. Looking like a pretty day. So if you just joined a few minutes ago, I caught a smallmouth on the first cast. So I always hate catching something on the first cast, but it's got to be done. Because it makes you all excited for the rest of the day. Let's get that to sink a little deeper than that. Let it go down about 5 seconds. We're in 10 feet of water, give take. And we'll let that sink. All right, now we'll bring it in as slow as we possibly can. Keep that spinner going. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got another one. We got another one. Oh, he lost it. Nope, he's a baby one. He's just a baby one. This is a fingerling. Little itty bitty largemouth. Just a little itty bitty large. Oh, that's a smallmouth. That's a little smallmouth. So they've spawned. They're spawned. So that's always a good sign, isn't it? That's a good sign. So we got two smallmouths in the boat, one fairly decent size and a baby. So let's again, you gotta let this sink. You gotta let it sink for about 5 seconds. Let it do its job. Get to a decent depth. And we're on bottom. Good. Now you pull it in as slow as you possibly can while maintaining that spinner. And you feel the tension on your rod tip when the spinner's spinning. He's just a little itty bitty guy. Thought he came off, but he's just a little guy. It's real shallow there, so I'm gonna let it sink a couple seconds. Cast in the middle of that green right there. So let's get over, reposition the boat a bit. Very cool. 2 fish in the boat. It's gonna be a good day. This is gonna be a good day. By the way, y'all know I have a radio program now. It's called Terrible at Fishing, and it's pretty much only Klamath Falls. So, but there is, and I think I put the link below, a internet simulcast. So every 4 hours, there's a fishing report that I do, and tonight at 7 is the first show. The first show is only 15 minutes long, so I didn't have time to do a whole hour show this week. So next week on Friday at 7, it's going to be an hour long, and I'm lining up interviews right now with guides and stuff like that. Another radio station wants to pick it up. Oh, there we go. We got another one. Oh, he's a little bit bigger than our baby. There he is. He's bigger. All right, baby. Come here. There's another smallmouth. I love catching smallmouths. Again, on my rainbow spinner. There he is. Always give him a kiss. I didn't kiss the baby. Seems wrong for some reason. Not a politician. Kissing the babies. All right, so yeah, so we're looking at 2 radio stations right now, picking up the show. Not bad for not even having the first show out on the market. People want fishing shows. It's just the way it is. So I'm looks like I'm going to go into syndication. Know it. So yeah, I want to talk to the owners, here, which I know them all, and do an interview with them, and maybe even get them to sponsor the show. I mean, I don't see why not, because I talk about Lake of the Woods all the time, and I'm always here. So it'd be like a perfect pairing. Lake of the Woods sponsoring Terrible at Fishing TV radio show. Should be a perfect pairing. Plus, it's, I already get advertising, but yeah, show a little love. Show a little love. It's not like I get a percentage of the sponsorship, I don't think. 3 smallmouth so far. This is my smallmouth area. So. Wow, what a great cast. Oh, there's a bite. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, caught a boat. Tad bit too far. See what y'all saying. This is where I'll catch a fish right here. All right. Gotta go. Donovan, thank you for popping in. Zayden, I am at Lake of the Woods, Oregon. And Constance, good to see you guys. You need to catch that. Yes, I do. I do. It's spawning time, you know. It's so the big ones might be on beds. I don't usually fish beds, so. Water is 56 degrees. A lot warmer than out here. It's about 37 degrees out here. But even a small smallmouth, although not that tiny one, they have really good fight. They fight 3 times their size. So if you get a quarter pounder, you get the feel of a 3/4 pounder. Yeah. There's a lot of extra love on that fight. Let it sink, Mike. Let it sink. Yeah, it's all presentation. You know, where the fish are in the water column, just getting that lure right in front of their face and attracting them. All right, that should be long enough. Oh, there we go. We got another one. Number 4. Oh, he's a little baby. We're going to come out of the boat. There we go. Another little baby. I'm going to let it sink again and catch another one. So we're going to back up a bit. There's 2 quarries here that the fish like to live on. So we're going. That should be near bottom. I'm going to pull the boat back this way. Pulled that guy right out of the water. Popped off the hook onto the boat. Just a little another baby one. Let's come over here. Let's hit the marina again. Seems to be. The marina is a really good spot right now for the smallest. So. Let's get another one. Let's get a big one. Let's get a big one. Let's try it. So we got 4. 2 dinks, 2 okay. Nothing of real size yet. Just let it sink. 5 seconds or so. 5 seconds to a fisherman feels like a lifetime. But I love catching smallmouths. They're my favorite fish to catch. Although today I came out, be a fun crappie day. It really would. The crappie are up and about. Catch crappie all day long too. You can see how deep it goes too by the wake your line's leaving on the water as the bait sinks. Good beginning to the day though, isn't it? I really can make a very good spinner. Let me just tell you that. Because that spinner spins at any speed. I mean, it's spinning on the drop too. It's just, I make a good spinner. Saying something is where I'll catch another one. Come around, look at my thing. Hey, Robert. I hit that like button. Good luck out there. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. Hey, Timmy. Fishing by the marina. You got it. Lots of smallies over here, evidently, because we've caught. Oh. Oh, was that? Nah. Nah. It's just resistance. Smallies on the right side of the marina, just like they always are, I'm using one of my little homemade spinners, which I think I sent you. I think you, Timmy, you got one of my spinners. I think. So they work. They work real good. Got some new blades coming in. Oh, you're going to really like those blades. And I ordered my swim bait mold and all my plastisol and stuff. And we're going to start making soft baits. Big one, 6-inch swim bait. And we're going to get that started. We'll hand paint them and laminate them, and it'll be really nice soft baits. Sell them for like $10 without the hook. I gotta get Joel to get some ADOTs. I need to get Joel to buy some ADOTs for the marina. You spend $10 for a bait and $5 on a hook, whatever. You guys are down there. There's always an extra seat on my boat, Tim. Come on out. Come on out. I'll be here all day unless the weather changes, really windy. But right now, you can't do much better than this. Just let it sink. Let it sink. Right there out there is about 15 feet, so you gotta let it sink even farther. And reel it in as slow as possible. These guys are trolling for trout, I assume. Personally, I would go water bobber and just power bait it, if that's what I wanted. But who wants trout? I don't want no stinking trout. We want bass. More smallmouth. Big smallmouth. Probably caught a little smallie. Just let it sink as it floats down. We got 4 or 5. I don't know, I lost track already. We can count the dinks. We'll count them as a half, so we got 3.5. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm on the rocks. Let it sink a little too far. Let it sink just a bit too far. A lot of rocks over here. That's why the smallies like it so much. Over here, get that baby out there. No good, it's just all rocks. No grass over here. Just a nice rocky bottom. Come on. You can come up. You can come up. There we go. Yep. Come on. You can come up. Not all the way. Doing a 360 on it. There we go. We got it. It's okay. We're by the marina again. So we'll cast inside this little marina where the rentals are. See if we can grab one right here. The great thing about having a boat. If you get a snag, you can go to the snag and work all the angles. Another great thing about having a boat. little too high. So we're going to let that fall more because that's about upper third of the water column. I want to work middle to lower half of the water column. That's about where I'm going to be catching them. And when you fish, you got to change your presentations, you know. And I went a little too far down. Another rock. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. So now I know where we are. Near the bottom. There we go. The middle of the water column. So, see what y'all are saying. Oh, I wish this thing had big print. Hit that like button. Thanks, Robert. And lake starting to turn over. It sure is. The yearly barbecue event at the hardware store in Ashland Ace tomorrow. Nice. And have you caught any yet? I've caught 5 smallmouths. The thermometer for your barbecue was lost in the mail. First time I've ever had a problem with Temu. Well, it is Temu. Oh, Timmy, Temu. But you have an Ace Hardware that's struggling for your hard-earned money. Have a great barbecue. Oh, Timmy, Temu. I've gotten a few things on Temu, and I really don't brag about it. I bought an $8 baitcaster reel, a Sugiyongi, and it's the worst thing I ever seen in my life. It's like, how could you possibly use this thing? It's one of the worst reels. I don't even know where it is. I might have thrown it away. It's just terrible reel. I mean, it's just falling apart. I mean, there are some things that you can't go wrong with, you know, just blocks or brushes or something like that. It does take forever to get something from Temu. It all comes from China, so. Although I hear they got a West Coast distribution warehouse now. All right. I think we worked this the smallies here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch this bait over to a crank and throw it, and we're going to work for the largemouths out in the Rainbow Bay here, and see what we can do there. And actually, I think we'll make our way over to the west side. I ain't figured it out yet. I'll figure it out in a second. I'll figure it out in a second. I'm going to go with the shallow dive. Try to pull something up. Because as you go across Rainbow Bay, it's not a very deep part of the lake. 10 feet deep, so this one's sort of a glider about 2-3 feet below surface. So Oh, Tim, Tim. Listen to my radio show on the internet tonight. It's only 15 minutes long this week. Next week I did an hour show, and I'm lining up guests and interviews and stuff like that. Um, hey Jade, did you hear about my radio program? And this morning, another radio station wants to pick it up. I know. I'm syndicated. All right, let's get that out there. I'm going to patrol this over into Rainbow Bay. And then we'll work the dock on the east side, I think. There's got to be some crappie over there, but crappie do like the warm water. That's why they're on the west side more. Because that's, it's got the sun in the morning. So. Oh, by the way, I caught 5 smallmouth already. I caught 5 smallmouths. I always like to tell the Marines what's going on. There's again. So this is kind of an L-bill. L-bills sort of dive at a shallow and then maintain that same depth, typically 3 feet. This one I don't feel like it's chatter, Let me see. I'm going to see it in the water here a second. It doesn't feel like it's working. $57. Yeah. So it was working, so we're gonna pop it out there again and run this thing down about 400 yards down this line here, and then we're going to cut across. And we're just going to serpentine, go up and down Rainbow Bay. Yeah, I can't even see me right down there. The sun is hitting me directly on it. What we got? You know what? I really want to catch something on this one lure, so this is usually a pretty decent spot. So we're going to turn around and we're going to throw this other lure on this my edge rod. Oh, I ordered me a new rod too from Cajun, an Atlid. I think it's their most expensive rod, but it's a heavy rod. It's got 4/8 cork on it. Really nice. And I'm going to put that Abu Garcia reel in it, if I happen to have one. And it'll be my swim bait rod. We go from a 9-to-1 to a 6-to-1. Big difference in reel speed. good speed right there. Just get it to dive. That's a good speed. You really just want to go as slow as the bait needs in order to activate its swim pattern. We control this bait too. This is such a beautiful bait, I think. This bait, I'm actually very proud of the paint job I did on it. Oh, and now that the sun's coming out, you can see the bottom. Who's that? Oh, there we go. We got one. Oh, I lost him. I lost him. Dang it. I had him. How did he come off my hooks? I have the best hooks on my baits. Oh, no, he's still on it. He gave up. It's a largemouth. So there we go. We got our first largemouth of the day. He's got a mouth as big as his body though. I'm gonna take that hook off. I have the best hooks on my baits. Always give him a kiss and put him back. That poor fish was just a little bit bigger than the bait. This is actually a good sized bait, So we're catching bass, which is what I love to catch. 5 smallies, 1 largemouth. Nothing of great size yet, but with this bait, this is a pretty good size bait. Buy some of my jerk baits inside, buddy. Maybe I'll go sell them a jerk bait. Sell them a bait. Although they're probably trout fishermen. Maybe trout fishermen, which is fun. It's amazing, depending on which side of the marina you're on, what you catch, smallmouths or largemouths. 2 different ecosystems. It's weird, but fun. That's the good thing about knowing getting to know your lake. Always fish a waterway near you and just memorize it. I figure the fish are near beauty. Just caught a largemouth right there. So the bass are hitting really good right now.
You hooked up? You hooked on bass?
7 of them.
7. Wow.
Yep. Of course. That's what you do with bass, unless you hurt them. Have a live well just in case I do damage one. What are you guys fishing for? What are you fishing for? Yeah, it's my bass boat. Yeah, it's got everything a man would want. If I can just talk my wife into joining me one day, I would have that. What's that? Probably grass. This is a square bill. But hey, we caught something on my favorite bait. Paint job bait. So that's good. So one chased it. One chased it. So this is my favorite paint job. So there it is. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous paint job. One fish did chase this to the boat, so I'm gonna toss it out there again. Sometimes a loud motor excites fish. So I'm gonna put it right in that wake. We're gonna see if disoriented fish will grab that. There's a jumper. So we're going to go around this particular marker here, and we're going to head out. And because the vegetation is actually going to sort of thin out a little bit south of this, or east of this marker. So we're just going to try to stay in this vegetation for the largemouths. And we're going to sort of troll it, see what, see if I can find me a decent school. This is also a great time to where maybe a brown would hit this. The brown trout, they put 700 legals in here day before yesterday. Those 8-9 inch fish is just food for the largemouth and the brown. So they did it at this ramp. So by trolling Rainbow Bay right now, the odds of catching a big one is really good right now today. It's only been 48 hours, not even that. It's been 36 hours or so since they put those fish in. So this is a great time to come out to the lake and try for some big fish. So this right here is a good size square bill. I could go with a swim bait, which I'm thinking about right now. I have one fitted on my medium heavy. I'm pretty excited about this radio program. It's a lot of work though, and I need to find people to interview to really help fill the hour. 1 hour is just a long program. So I'm thinking, we might, I'll talk to Mike, maybe a half hour is a little more doable for me, but we'll see. I mean, Portland has a 1-hour Sunday show, and he don't talk about nothing really good, but he does do really cool interviews with people out on the water, and that is actually very cool. Put down in the suggestions below any suggestions you think I could do on a radio program. You know, topics, interviewees, things like that. Yeah, stuff like that. You know, I have that other radio station's north, so if Lake of the Woods doesn't sponsor it, I could probably get a sponsor for Diamond Lake. Although I think they should sponsor it. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. I mean, they get 4 mentions a day and a whole show. Give me a break. Should definitely be able to count on them for a sponsorship, right? They love me. I love them. Love the light. And now we're just going to go work the lengthways, sort of serpentining Rainbow Bay here lengthwise. We'll do the square bill, and I kind of have an itching for crappie fishing, but with the bass just hitting, it's like it's hard to say no to the bass. Hard to say no to bass. But it looks like the lake is turning, and that means for a day or two everybody shares the water column. But that means the trout are going to go deep. But right now, I think we've got a shared water column. This is my medium. This is the only rod I have that's not a Cajun. It's an edge. I wanted to see if it was any good. And it's a good rod. Don't get me wrong, it's a very good rod. But I wish I would have stayed with Cajun. With this one. I just wanted to try a different carbon fiber American-made rod. That's all I wanted to do. This was a lot more money. A lot more money than a Cajun. Cajun's got a great sale right now. It's like 30%, a third off or something like that. It's a lot of money off on their rods. They got a great spring sale right now. Man, it's just a good company, good people. You know, makes all the difference. Not seeing much on my fish finder yet. We're trolling as slow as I can, which is 1.7 miles per hour on one. So, as slow as I can go at the moment, because we have no headwind. Which is good. I don't want a headwind. I want anyone. So at the moment, I'm recording my radio program at home in my studio, and I'm getting better at it. Next week's show is much better than this week's, and so is my fishing report. And this way, I can stay ahead of the game a little bit, and get interviews done and put together a show. And I'm out of town next week, so it's like perfect that I get that show done. So that's really good. There's a fish. Let's see if it's the right fish. One thing about fish finders, they just see a fish. They don't tell you what it is. But like I said, fish finders are best known for showing you what you're not catching. It's just a lonely fish. All right, we're coming to the drop-off, so we're going to have to turn. Oh, that was him. That was a good bite. Man, that was a good bite. That was not a baby bass. We're on the drop-off right now. We got to get back to it. And a little faster for the turn. So we can pull that slack. Man, that was a good bite. And that was, pound better. Now we're coming back up onto the platform. Man, that's a nice bite. I don't know how it came off because I have the best hooks. But if it was a big one, they can spit it out. Bass have tongues. Well, all fish have tongues. They can use that tongue to leverage the hook up too. So. So when you come back in that area again. His buddies. Good vegetation right there. Unless the fish moves, you really don't see them very well on a fish finder. So they can be hiding in that vegetation. You just don't see them. You see the bottom. We're 12 feet deep and you see bottom. Got what, 5 smallmouths, 1 largemouth. So now I'm out in the bay hoping for a bigger largie. Besides that one hit. Ain't got nothing out in the bay yet. And I'm going straight across the bay here. There's a weed line on the other side. It's usually pretty good too. So we're just going to play a little bit in the bay here. I actually planned on coming out crappie fishing, but after we start catching the smallies, we ain't crappie fishing at the moment. We can crappie fish whenever we want. We can catch bass while the bass are hitting. Turn towards the plateau again. It really is a beautiful bird, I tell you. Yeah, pretty good. I'm using P-Line Tactical 12-pound test on this rod. P-Line's my favorite fluoride pattern. There's some, ooh, school of fish right there. Let's see what happens. I see 2 fish. It takes a few seconds for me to get the bait over them. He's just above vegetation right there. This is good vegetation here. You guys can hit it. And you don't know what they are. It could be crappie. You're not going to get this. Oh. Oh, there we go. What was that? Oh, he's still on. He's still on. Let's see what, he's a small guy though. Let's see what he is. Just a baby probably. Yep. That is a kokanee, I think. Just one of the, that's probably a legal sized rainbow. But he's so silver. There's no red, no magenta in him. So it's a baby rainbow trout. What's he doing hitting that? Yeah, trout are stupid. I keep telling you guys, trout are stupid. Trout are stupid. They hit anything shiny that swims by them. Oh, we are near the drop off here, so let's cast it over there. Trout are stupid. A little 7-8 inch, trout. Real silver though. See, those are the fish that the big guys like to come up and eat. They're the fish the big guys want to eat. So you don't fish for those things. You want to fish for what's eating them. What stupid fish. They're just stupid. They hit anything. That's why, I guess that's why people trout fish. Is because they're easy to catch. Go crappie fishing. Crappie fishing. Fun. One trout, one largemouth, 5 smallmouths so far. So we're up to 7. The lucky number 7. Not that I believe in luck, but that just happens to be where we're at, number 7. I don't want to catch anything. They're so slimy. Trout are slimy fish. Look, that was a pull. That wasn't a bite. Hit some vegetation down there. Shouldn't though. I'm at 12 feet. Might have been a tall stalk or something. Doesn't have it on it because it's still vibrating. So you can always tell a bite from a tug, a pull. It's just a very different feel, on the rod tip. A bite is violent, and a pull is gentle. This lake, you can catch anything in this lake. Such an easy lake to catch a fish in. Go faster and turn. Move, go due west. Go a little faster on the turn so pull up that slack on the bait. On the line. Everything should get done. All right, get that slack filled up. Just sort of serpentine, snake-like pattern across Rainbow Bay. bird sound in here. That's an osprey. There's a big schoolfish we just went over. Probably crappie. But let's see. Might be a bunch of rainbow trout. They like to school like that. So let's see what happens when my bait goes over it. Probably foul hook it a little bit. What I want is what's eating those. Okay, in a second now. Come on. Beautiful day. You guys can see Mount Brown in the picture there. Mount McLaughlin's gorgeous, nice triangle peak. Both of them are dormant volcanoes. Both of them have erupted. Mount Brown erupted on the west side. Oh, there's a good amount of vegetation right there. I don't see a fish, but could be hiding in there. Let's see. Do a steady turn cut. This is a great area. Great vegetation down there. Look at all that. Couple drops. There's a fish. A little faster than doing a wide turn on it. We'll have to drop off again. Almost finishing the turn. Oh, there's a bite. Come on. Wasn't a big bite, though. It's probably one of those stupid trout. Adjusting the phone, and that's when you get a bite. Your eyes aren't on the rod. I can't dead stick a rod. I'm sorry, it's just got to be in my hand. I got to feel it. I got to feel the bite. I can't just dead stick it and stick it in a rod holder. To me, it's just not fishing. I want to set the hook, beginning to end. go with the swim bait. That'll eliminate these stupid trout. I don't think they'd hit the swim bait. Let's do that. I'm going to switch over to my medium heavy and throw the swim bait out. I think if I go with a bigger bait, a swim bait, I can eliminate these stupid trout. I really don't want to catch these little trout. I don't mind catching a big old trout, like a brown trout, but I don't want to catch these little trout. God, it's such a beautiful bait. Isn't that a beautiful bait? Ah, it's a gorgeous bait. I'm really happy with that paint job. Let me do more of those. I really like it. And when I lose it, I'm going to really hate it. I really like it when I lose that bait. Yeah, I gotta paint one fast enough. So this is a baby bass swim bait. It's a shallow dive, so subsurface, so we're gonna troll that guy. So let's see what y'all are saying. I trout fish in streams, wading everywhere I go. Yeah, you are, because you're always fighting the stream. I'm not running a Shimano DC. That was a Shimano SLX XT. On my ultralight, I have a Shimano Aldebaran. And I am at Lake of the Woods, Oregon. Well, this is a great time for my spots to run. This right here, you'll laugh at this particular reel, but I like this reel. This reel does very, very well. This is a Pissy Fun Spark Pro. It's like a $70 reel, but it is a very good reel. I know you guys say, okay, Mike, you got a bunch of Shimano stuff, but Pissy Fun can make some really nice stuff. I didn't go very far, did it? This particular rod is like an extra fast. It is, the backbone on this rod is just really long. So you have to, when you cast it, you really got to release it really early in order to get a long cast on this rod. It's pretty stiff. This rod is really stiff, but the good thing is it's backbone. You know, it's all power on this rod. It says it's a fast, but I think it throws like an extra fast. The faster the rod, the stiffer the rod. If you buy a slow rod, it's like a wet noodle. Not a good rod to have. It's a slow rod. That's why you never see them for sale. You can get a moderate fast. And that's kind of what you're going to have to do with something like, you know, this particular rod. This is the Black Bayou by Cajun. But the Atlet I have coming in, we'll see how that, you know, feels. So it's a fast according to Cajun. So now we're running a swim bait. It's not a big swim bait. It's not, you know, but, and this is going to be working the upper water column here. So, but the water is not that deep. You know, we're working about 12 to 14 feet of water depth. So you should be able to attract any kind of big bass that's below. And we'll see what we can do. Now, I could go with a glide bait. I do have some glides. And run those glides a little deeper. But the glides are big and heavy. They're really not designed for this rod. That's why I got the Atlet, because it's a heavy rod. that's going to be my big swim bait rod. And that rod will have the Alba Garcia Max Pro reel on it. I've already lined it up. And I have a Lose reel too, an American Hero. And but that's brand new in a package. I figured I'd sell that to somebody. That's a $80, $90 reel, so sell it for 50, 60 bucks to somebody. Or maybe give away, I don't know. I paid $45 for it, I think. Something like that, 40. It was on an auction. This lake, when it warms up, this is all top water now. All top water in July and August. I mean, go subsurface like this bait, but it's so much fun to, see that, that blow up. We have 3 good sets of lily pads, especially on the south end. It's huge. It's like a big, giant part of the lake that's all lily pads for the summer. And I got some toad thumpers, and toad thumper frogs are the best hollow body frog for the most likely hookup. They are just so well designed, and we got good vegetation. This is actually the forest I wanted to come over. We just took our time getting over here. This is a big line of tall vegetation. So we're in 10 feet of water, but the vegetation is going to come up 3 feet. So technically our bait is down about 3 feet. And we're right in that middle of that water column then, just above the tall plants. And again, that's kind of what you got to plan for. Now I could throw a weedless, out here with a large plastic and work and pull it through the plants. I did not bring, not yet, not that one. I was gonna have to wait until I get my outlet. But the 6-inch soft baits that I'm going to start molding and painting will be perfect for this lake. Oh my gosh. There'll be a sinking, but it'll look really good. 6 inches is like a great size of swim bait for lots of different waterways. There's a divot. I don't see any fish in it though. Big bushes under here though. Really big bushes here. That's what I love about this spot on Rainbow Bay. Anything can be hiding down there. I mean, they're 3 feet and they're big, giant clumps of bushes down there. Yeah, this just, the fish finder's just going up and down on that vegetation. It looks like moguls on a ski run. Fish love to hide in between them too, and ambush prey. I don't see anything on the fish finder, but you really probably wouldn't. They're hiding in between and in it. I'm going to do a couple runs on this and see what we can do on it. The best spot right here. I'm going to do another. Maybe fishing. It's louder too. It's a much louder rattle. I painted this bait as a baby bass. Good indent. We're going to run this entire run with the swim bait, and then we'll switch over to the square bill if we don't get any hits on it. And this is subsurface, so it's really not that deep. Again, we're 3 feet. So we're probably 4 to 5 feet above the vegetation. Okay, I'm gonna reel it in. We're gonna work it though. Turn around and run that line again, but with a slightly different bait. Man, that's such a pretty bait in the water. It really is a very pretty bait in the water. I love watching my art go through the water. I know. Just part, it's the reason they were created, you know. So we're going to run this line again, but we're going to do it with a different bait, different line, and we got some big bass. This is a great area for the big bass to come in. Find my moguls again. Let's turn this camera on. Maybe we'll get some footage. There we go. Oh. My card is full. Insufficient SD card capacity. All right, look. We can format it. I don't think I have anything on this that actually. This is when I catch something. Plus, I'm losing my line. I'll lose my line. Come on. It's a touch screen, so it's like up, down, up, down. Come on. Let me get a hit right here. Down, swipe left. Nope. Video. Nope. Swipe down, I think. And preferences right there. General settings. Format. There it is. Format SD. Yeah. Now it'll record. Alright. There it goes. This is we're recording over our moguls. Try to get some real good footage. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of times just getting pretty scenes. Never can time it very well. It has voice activations, but I don't think it likes my voice. It's like Acaso video stop. Acaso stop video. Ha. Acaso start video. Acaso video start. Acaso start video. See? They don't like my voice. Acaso video start. I always forget the... I mean, you might as well just press the button. There's my moguls. Let's just go up, 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 up. I mean, we're over it. Different bait. This is a great spot. Come on. I don't think it just doesn't like my voice. I sound like my mother. I have a face for radio and I have my mother's voice. Go figure. Got my phone plugged into my battery, by the way, so it's like we got tons of power on you guys. Be here all day. Using the battery on the phone. If you get bored, tell me. I will catch something. But we're going for a bigger bass right now. So I got my ultralights. I did fit a really cool box with underspins. And the underspins, I love underspins. For one thing, you don't hook a lot of stuff, you know, debris. You catch fish. That adds that little bit of flash to it. So I do have some underspins. I just like catching stuff on my stuff. So far, I've caught everything on my bait. Oh. That was a pull. That was a bite. We got lettuce. We got a salad. That's all right. This gives us a chance to switch up to ultralight. We'll go with an underspin. Yeah, a little bit of salad. We went right through the top of a bush. So we're going to go back to my Aldebaran. My ultralight. Refit this. I'm going to go with an underspin. We'll probably catch some trout. So don't get all excited about a hit because we'll probably catch some stupid trout. And more. Yeah, small. We'll catch something though. And that's, I owe you guys that. I owe you guys something. Craw on this. Maybe we can dissuade a trout with a craw. Just a finesse craw. And attract a bass, because bass like craws. Oh, all right. Is this gonna punch the hole on this? No, it's got it. What happened? See, we out of power. Oh, I got tons of power. My Picasso is just acting up. Picasso, start video. Press the button, Mike. Yeah, it's recording now. And there it goes. And okay, so all right. Well, let's go over this area again. Try to catch some crappie. I like crappie. Crappie's fun, man. There's a fishy. He'll hit it. I just think there's fish here, so we're going to see what's here. And we'll gauge it as soon as I start catching some fish on the spot. Never forget where you're at. And it's good. Lost my moguls, but I found that index. There's like a bowl out here in the middle. The trout do love to hang out in this bowl. But I see the bottom. I see the bottom. Here, we found it again. Something's got to be hiding in there. You go with a bigger spinner. I do have bigger spinners. think this bait choice isn't a very good one. I'll work it for a bit. Got a bigger spinner, bigger hook, bigger fish. All these gnats. Now that spinner on this one activates at a very slow rate of speed. You'll drop it down and just creep it over the top of the vegetation. See what happens. Probably catch a perch. I haven't caught a perch this year yet. This lake's known for it. Yeah, I don't like that. That underspin's kind of a strange angle. You know, it doesn't really trail behind it. It trails straight down off of this on this underspin. So I think it's made more for jigging, this one, than it is for anything else. So but we're not going to use it. Think. This is one of mine, but it's a bigger spinner with a much bigger hook and a much bigger feather on it. So this has a much longer profile, and we should attract hopefully a bigger fish. And I love my spinners. Really do love my spinners. All right. I'm gonna run that spinner. Now I also put a sonic on this one too, so this actually makes a little bit of a sound because I used a, when I made this inline, I put that insert on the bell. Sort of like a blue fox. You always go crappie fishing. Lots of crappie on the other side of the lake. Wow. Lots and lots of crappie. Catch a lot of crappie. Catch crappie all day long. And a bigger bass. Come on. All these nets. My spot may be empty today. I don't know. I'm going to move over. Cloud cover there. Nice little bunch of vegetation we just went over. Come on, something hide in it. Keep forgetting I have coffee. When you get a drink, catch a fish. Didn't catch a fish. I gotta lose weight. All I see is belly. It's like, look, there I am. No, I'm not pregnant. Too old for that. I always have to tell the emergency room that. It's embarrassing. It's more embarrassing if they put my feet up in the stirrups. That's pretty embarrassing. That's not a child. Come on. Something's breaking surface right there. It's probably a crappie. They love to boil in this lake. Boiling is when a bunch of them start hitting the surface and it looks like little bubbles are popping up. Those are fish just hitting the surface, hitting these little flies. Could be small. Some legal size trout. This is a big hook on this particular spinner. I think it's a 2. So I don't think one of these legal size you're going to be able to hit really well. So, all these stupid flies hitching a ride on my boat. Lazy flies. I'm thinking more. I'm doing some more thinking. I'm going to turn. I'm going to head up to Aspen. From the marina to the Aspen ramp is great smallmouth. I'm going to cut over, which is the usual routine for me. And then there's a really good largemouth area offshore for bigger largemouths. So we're going to run this. I want to run the spinner. No. Could run tubes. I think. Let's see what I got in here. I'll replace the hook on that one. Broken hook. Oh, that's a good one. We could run those. I put my glasses on. There it goes. So much better when you can see what you're doing. All right. It's a finesse crank. All right, what you guys saying? Anybody talking smack behind my back? Hey, Wolf. Going for bass today. Haley boys. Squirrel! And yes, I've caught 7 so far. And I am shooting for smallies right now. So this particular bait is good for smallmouth. And we're gonna make our way over to a very good smallmouth area. And we're gonna see what we can catch on the way there by trolling this. Because we're gonna go over to a really good run on smallies. And so should be able to catch something on the way there. But when we get over there, we're going to use this. Another good smallmouth is bubblegum worms. The bubblegum color works really good in my lake. It's like a very, very big, hot pink. Who's calling? It's potential spam. I don't even know who that guy is, but he keeps calling. In the old days, they couldn't call cell phones. They can only call landlines. Now nobody's got landlines. Warming up. Got my thick jacket on today. It was 35 degrees when I put in. Water's 56.5 degrees right here. This ridge right here. There's the drop off, so we're riding right on the lip of this drop off right here. We're going to run it, see if there's anything popping up. There's some trout. Yeah, those are little baby trout hitting the surface over here. They might hit this bait. Ten more degrees, that's all we need. I'm at Lake of the Woods, Oregon. My favorite lake. Catch a lot of fish there. Lots of different fish too, which is fun. Stick you in the rod holder. I can read what you guys are saying because when that happens, I catch fish. It's just the way it is. Well, we got a few of you on still, so 5 of you. Thank you very much for popping on and enjoying the day. So that's Mount McLaughlin right there. Isn't that beautiful? That's a gorgeous mountain. Now let's flip you around. This way, if I hook into something, you'll see it. We're trolling behind us right now. And, if we catch a fish, you'll see it. That's the south end of the lake. Also a good bad spot all the way right down there. And it's warmer. We're going to go over to the smallmouth, portion of the lake. So we've caught 5 smallies already, so we should be able to catch more smallies over there. Hopefully some bigger sized ones. Caught them on my spinners. Always like rocky bottom. Largemouths like vegetation. So you can pick what your species you like to fish for by looking at the bottom of the lake. We're in 16 feet of water right now. This tank only goes down about 4 feet tops. Working that upper water column. A lot of people won't be out here catching, looking for trout. They think this is a trout lake. It's not. The only reason it has trout is because it's all farmed and planted. Trout don't breed in this lake. And they think they do. Some of the old timers actually think trout was the original species in this lake. Well, nobody knows if this lake even had fish in it 150 years ago, but or 200 or 500 years ago. But this, what does breed in this lake well are the bass, smallmouth and largemouth. They breed in this lake really well. Perch, they breed in this lake. Crappie breed in this lake. And we do have some bullheads, catfish. Those basically are the fish that breed in this lake. Now, the trout and the kokanee, obviously, the salmon do breed, but none of them hatch. You need a river or a creek or something, moving water for that to happen. So in October, they come up to the ramp and they start breeding, but all to no avail when they die. So for all those people that think, they started stocking this lake in the early 1900s. They started taking census of the lake, and I think 42 was the first census. And so they had already been stocking trout in it. So nobody knows exactly if this lake had fish in it, but if it did, nobody knows the native fish for this lake. So they sterilized the entire lake, killed it off, everything in 1955 in this lake. And after they killed off everything in this lake, they started stocking it again. So again, nobody knows, what fish. But by the way fish breed in this lake, you can pretty much guess that it was bass. And it's kind of a strange lake to have bass breed in because it's not your typical, lake, you would think. Here's a fishy. It freezes over in the winter and it gets really hot in the summer. So it's just a different, fingerprint of a lake for you to guess that bass would be in it. But bass are here, and they do quite well. And since people don't fish bass out of this lake, there's a high population of bass in this lake, which stunts the growth of the lake on bass size. Now we do have double-digit bass in this lake, but very few. You really need to start pulling out the 2 and 3 pounders and just start thinning it out a little bit. But since all these people come here and they fish for trout, they don't fish for bass. They keep the trout, which is fine with me. There's a bite. Had a little bit of a bite there. So, I don't know. It's just a beautiful lake. Just a beautiful lake, guys. If you were to make a postcard, this would be the lake that you would take a picture of, especially with mountains crossing in the background there. Later today, I want to go inside and talk to the owners, see if I can get them to sponsor my radio show. Since the radio show is a lot about this lake, because this is the lake I fish. It would be a great pairing, really just made for this resort. I don't know how much they charge for sponsorship, but I can have the station manager call them. Just run it up the flagpole, sort of see what happens, see if they're interested. Okay, now we're coming back towards the marina. We're catching all the fish. The bait should be able to catch fish over here. And then we're going to go to the other side of the marina where the smallies are. It sounds like my show's going to be, going to syndication here. So, another radio station wants my show. It's pretty exciting. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's on. He's just a little guy, though. Probably a trout. So, here we go. You guys should be able to see him jump out of the water a bit. He's just a baby. He's just a baby. Just a baby. Looks like a smallmouth or largemouth. It's a largemouth. Largemouth's got that beautiful design on the side. Go back to mama. All right. Little baby largemouth. Ah. See if he comes back to it. Now we're coming over to the smallmouth area. We're leaving the largemouth area. And that's those little pop-ups you see. Those are smallies. There's a smallmouth just popped up right there in front of us. Let's grab a smallmouth. Let's see what we can get over here again. Worked for us earlier. Right around the marina. Fish love cover. Fish love cover. Can always go back to the spinning too. I seem to like that. I think we're up to 8 fish. A day like this, I should catch about 50 fish. Let's go back to a spinner. Seems to be working. Rainbow spinner that I made. Is that it? No, that's not it. What do I do with it? Is that it? Big spinner. Where'd I There it is. It was working real good earlier. See what happens now. And they're doing it right there, but I think they're in the wrong spot. They need to go out a little farther. All right. This ought to do it. Because it's already proven itself today. And remember, we let it sink. Hold on about 5 seconds. This is more of a largemouth area here, so smallies right there. Run down a little bit deeper. I can see it, so. I think I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm gonna catch a big one. Head in. And hit the head. And come back out. Problem got coffee and water. There it is. Take a break right now. Hit the head. We'll see you in a bit. We'll pop back on.